Rin? I can't stop myself from trembling. My brain ceases to function coherently. Is that Rin's dead body? No, I can't believe this! Why is she in that? Rin suspended from the ceiling. Her eyes are closed. Her body's been cut open. Her legs have been cut off, and a pool of blood is still spreading underneath her body. Oh fuck, not like this. My brain conjures up an image of Rin with a smile on her face, back from when we said goodbye. The words won't even come out. I crawl forward slowly, extending a hand. I reach out and touch her body. Warm. She's still warm. My fingertips are stained red. My mind shatters. Fury, nausea, regret, shame, confusion. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by some inexplicable urge to give Rin a hug, but as I approach her, there's an explosion of pain in the back of my head. I'm seeing stars. I fall over onto the floor, face down in the puddle of Rin's blood. Was I just attacked? I feel something sticky on my cheek, and an abominable stench fills my nostrils. Before I can push myself upright, the second blow comes. A wave of intense pain hits me once more. I curl up into the fetal position and protect my head, but something warm drips down into my face from my forehead. The world tinged red, and I can see someone's silhouette. Vacant, lifeless eyes and lips curled up into a smile. In her right hand is a crowbar stained with my blood. On the table next to her are various bladed weapons and torture implements haphazardly strewn about. So it was you all along. The nun looks down at me and giggles.
Oh me, oh my dear esteemed guest. I can't just have you coming down here.
She drives her shoe into my gut. I retched out my gastric juices. There's a painful fireworks display going on when I open my eyes. I'm unable to breathe from the vomit clogging my throat.
I would have invited you down here if you just asked nicely. What a troublesome little visitor you are.
She then picks up the hatchet set down beside her, lifts it up effortlessly, and swings it down onto my left shoulder. There's an intense splitting pain inside my brain. A large volume of blood spurts out. The hatchet only stops when it finally sinks into the brick floor.
My, such a lively visitor we have here. I'm ever so happy. I've had so many guests today.
She looks over at Rin and laughs. Pain, desperation, these two feelings take a backseat to the seething rage that fills my mind. I ignore my throbbing shoulder and push myself up. You bitch! Why did you kill Rin? I'm promptly kicked in the face. There's a thwack of something being crushed, and something hot starts flowing out of my nose. Once again, I'm down on my hands and knees on the floor.
Oh, please. Don't give me that angry look. You surprised me. But there's no need to worry. I'm not going to kill you, you know. I have no need for male bodies.
I'm fading in and out of consciousness, but the jolt of pain running through my left shoulder serves to bring me back into reality. Just the act of coping with the pain alone renders my body immobile. My best efforts at resistance manifest themselves in a glare. However...
But your scary little face is actually kinda cute in a way. How charming. I've been wanting someone to spend my time with.
She giggles.
I get it now. This must also be the will of our Lord. I will keep you in His name. You'll lead such a pleasant life!
She then turns her eyes away from me and noisily rummages through the tools on top of the table. I haven't the slightest clue what's going on inside her head. However, now's my only chance to fight back. Every time I move, pain shoots through my body. I manage to endure it and use my right hand to grip the handle of the hatchet. Gritting my teeth, I pull hard with my right hand. The blade is buried firmly in the brickwork, but it gradually works itself free.
Thanks for waiting.
I fling the hatchet at her face right after she turns around.
Hut!
Her reflexes are quicker than I expected. My attack is easily deflected. Huh? What the hell is she? And as though nothing happened at all, she says to me,
I'm going to have to remove one of your feet so that you don't run away, okay?
In her right hand gleams a new weapon, a heavy butcher's cleaver.
This will hurt, but please bear with it. Suffering is required in order to know the Lord our God.
Fuck you! She comes at me with a funny look in her eyes. Those are, without a doubt, the eyes of a religious madwoman. Even though I try to resist, my consciousness is already fading away. It's the result of severe blood loss coupled with the shock of Reem's death. She had her organs pulled out while suspended from those chains. Once again, I was unable to protect something precious to me from some crazy act of madness. Will being tortured to death by this zealot be my means of atonement?
Go ahead and scream. I don't care. After all, nobody will hear you.
She effortlessly lifts up the cleaver.
You bitch!
The nun's literally blown off her feet. It's you. And standing there is...
Shugo, you look terrible.
You're right about that. Look at this. My best outfit got ruined. I laugh in spite of the pain. Toji grimaces after looking me over.
You'll have no sympathy from me. I told you not to rush in by yourself.
Ouch. That's kinda cold coming from... I force myself to swallow whatever's rising inside my throat. The taste of blood fills my mouth. Damn, did that woman hit some organs? And how'd you know I'd be here? Women's intuition? Toji ignores my joke, an offended look on her face.
It was Kazuna. She told me where you were. Be grateful. The only reason you're alive is because of her.
Kazuna. I see, so I owe her big time.
Enough. You just shut up and go to sleep. I'll take care of the rest.
Toji turns to face the nun, who's leaning against the wall.
I don't know what kind of shithole you crawled out of, but I can see you've been showing my friend here a good time.
The nun is still hunched over. She hasn't budged since Toji kicked her.
You certainly don't look very normal. In that case, I'm not going to hold back. I will destroy you.
Toji fearlessly approaches her opponent.
Oh?
She chuckles softly. However, her tone gradually turns into a bizarre sort of chant.
Do not fear. For now, the day when the weak shall perish is nigh. They shall become the beasts, with a hunger so insatiable that they will consume one another.
A look of sheer madness overtakes her features as she's seized by some strange fervor. When the mask of a pure and innocent nun is stripped off, she's nothing but a monster with a head full of delusions.
However, you shall not fear. Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth, peace to men on whom his favor rests.
Holding a weapon while hunched over, she faces Toji and prepares for a fight.
Interesting. You wanna go?
Toji pulls out her own weapon, a steel tonfa, and stands at the ready. With only a few paces separating them, the two ladies stare each other down. The tension in the air is palpable.
I've been given a great mission. You, messenger of Satan, who has come to prevent this new miracle from happening. By the will of our Lord, I shall cast you back into the eternal fires of hell.
Ridiculous. Bring it on. I'll make you a martyr for the cause.
A split second later, the nun springs forward like a bullet while still hunched over. Her speed is inhuman. She screams, her muscles standing out like ropes.
Die, 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 die!
She does not flinch, intoxicated with pain. Her smile radiates lunacy as she rushes toward Toji with a knife held up at chest level. However,
Is that all you've got? Amateur.
Toji wears a calm, scorn-filled grin on her face. She parries the nun's thrust to her stomach with her tonfa, then uses it to strike at the unprotected side of the nun's face. It's all over in the blink of an eye.
Shugo, should I finish her off?
Toji points at the woman writhing at her feet. She's hideous. Her eyes are rolled back into her head and froth is spewing from her mouth. She's the woman who tortured and killed Reen. I'm blinded by feelings of anger and despair. Can I actually overlook the fact that she stole someone precious away from me? Can I really let her off the hook when things have ended up this way? Nah. In the end, I refuse her offer. We'll hand her over to the police. Our work here is finished. I grit my teeth and do my best to choke out the words.
I see. You're going to burden yourself again, huh? Somehow, I get the feeling that you're a hopeless cause.
Toji averts her eyes as she mutters that back to me. She stares up at the prostitute who's been hung there to die. Reen. The expression on her face is, strangely enough, one of peace.
Bizarre serial killings in Ueno. Crisis solved? On the night of February 10th, an investigator from the Ueno police station, acting on a tip, discovered multiple dismembered corpses in the chapel attached to Kaiyo Private Academy. A teacher at the academy, 27-year-old Fukamizu Kaoru, was arrested under the suspicion of homicide and abandoning corpses. From the appearance of the corpses, there's a chance that the suspect may be involved in the bizarre serial murder case. The Ueno police are frantically trying to get to the bottom of the matter.
Three days after that horrible night, I'm finally discharged from the hospital, covered head to toe in bandages. I've got bruises all over. What's more, I sustained a deep wound from taking a hatchet to the left shoulder. It can't exactly be written off as a light injury. But since I couldn't stand being cooped up in that boring hospital room for days on end, I forced them to discharge me. Shit. Waves of throbbing pain clamp down on me. The pain radiates out from the side of my head where that nun clocked me pretty hard. Disgusted, I unravel the bandages around my forehead and toss them onto the ground. The doctors examined me and found no abnormalities with my head. However, the intermittent headaches plaguing me don't appear to be ending anytime soon. Damn, it's cold. My exhalations send up puffs of white as I crane my head to look upward at the skies above Ueno. It's covered in gray clouds. The sight alone is enough to make one's spirits sink. And when I arrive in front of the Yukishiro,
Shugo-sama!
Hatsune is waiting for me under the cold winter sky. Hey, Hatsune. Come on now. You shouldn't be standing around outside when it's so chilly out.
I don't mind at all, really. Forget that for the moment. Please hand me your things, Shugo-sama. Lugging stuff around is bad for your injuries.
Nah, you don't have to do that for me.
Shugo-sama, I'll carry it for you.
Her expression is intense. She's dead serious. All right. I reluctantly assent. She really is worried about me. I can't just shunt aside those feelings of hers. Thanks, then.
Sure. Allow me to take care of it.
Hatsune slowly takes the luggage from me. Let's get going, shall we? However, she remains unmoving, her face downcast, still clutching my things to her chest. Hatsune? In a soft whisper, she says,
I was really worried about you. I heard that you sustained some horrible injuries.
She averts her eyes downward once more. Hatsune, I'm really sorry for making you worry. I use my uninjured hand to pat Hatsune on the head. I won't do anything crazy from now on, I promise.
Okay.
She bobs her head in agreement and leads the way into the Yukishiro. I promise, I, of all people, know perfectly well that those words were nothing but a white lie. At last, we reach my room, Hatsune having carried my things all the way here. Thanks, Hatsune. This'll do for now.
Sure. Pardon me.
She gives me a curt bow.
What will you be doing now, Shugo-sama? I could prepare a meal for you if you like.
Nah, I haven't been back here for a while. I'll just take it easy for a little bit.
Sure, I understand. In that case, I'll be back with some tea.
She then bows again, more politely, and vanishes down the hallway. And the moment I slide open the door to my room...
Sugar-san!
I discover Kazuna and Toji waiting inside. Apparently, the moment Kazuna heard I was being discharged from the hospital, she ditched theater rehearsal and came here. She also ended up dragging the unsociable Toji along with her. I'm sorry, Kazuna.
What? What are you apologizing for all of a sudden, Shugo-san?
Well... Even though I was facing a crisis, I said some harsh things to Kazuna at that time. My actions ate away at me during my stay in the hospital. You saved my life back there.
Oh no! Don't be ridiculous! I'm really sorry. I know I'm super useless and all I did was get in your way all the time, Shugo-san.
She waves her hands around in a panic.
No need to be so modest. If you weren't there, Kazuna, this reckless oaf wouldn't have made it out of there alive.
Well, you've got a point there. The reckless comment irks me a bit, but I'm vulnerable right now. I'll just go ahead and ignore that.
Hearing you say that is kinda...
She's starting to fidget and get embarrassed. Kazuna's not the sort of girl who can keep her emotions bottled inside. Anyhow, Thank you, Kazuna.
Sure.
Kazuna nods happily. And then, after a lengthy chat, Kazuna tells us she needs to return to the theater to rehearse.
Yeah, opening day of the production is right around the corner. The truth is, I ditched rehearsal to come visit you today.
Well, you're pretty busy, huh?
Yup, I gotta give it my all since I landed a big role this time around. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, Shugo-san, I'll stop by to visit another time.
She waves her hand at us spunkily and leaves my room.
I'll be heading out too.
Toji then proceeds to stand up. Sure, you should accompany Kazuna back.
I know.
Toji turns around to look at me as she's about to leave.
And about that other matter.
Other matter?
The mistress that the Hand of Death is chasing after. I'll have some information for you soon. You better be ready.
That's what she leaves me with. My room is strangely silent after both ladies have departed. It's been a few days since I've been back here. I flopped down onto the tatami. If I close my eyes, I can hear the hustle and bustle coming in from the street outside, the noise that I've gotten used to over this past year. None of us ended up mentioning Reen in our chat. We just couldn't find it in ourselves to bring her up. Someone knocks on the door while I'm dozing on the tatami. I sit up and call toward the sliding door. Come on in.
Pardon me, sir.
Madame Ujaku shows herself inside. Madam. I quickly adjust my posture and bow my head toward her. I apologize. I should have gone to see you. You didn't have to come here and...
Don't worry about it. You'll make me feel all awkward if you act formal like that.
The madam then takes a seat across from me. I guess, but... The funeral services for Reen and Ota had been conducted the day before yesterday. I wasn't able to attend due to being hospitalized. I sneak a peek at her face. I'm not surprised at what I see. The madam looks absolutely exhausted.
Looks like today's going to be a cold one.
She suddenly breaks the silence. Yeah. The weather hasn't been clearing up. It's really been bringing everyone down, huh?
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I don't think this sort of weather will be very good for your wounds either.
She points toward my left shoulder with her pipe. Who knows? The doctor said it'd take a while.
I see.
I suppose I got what I deserved. I allow myself a derisory chuckle.
Now that I think about it, why don't I have Hatsune take care of you?
Huh?
I'm sure it's rather inconvenient eating and bathing with your arm like that. Please put her to good use.
Well... I don't know about Hatsune, but... I'm grateful for her offer, but... No, I can't be having Hatsune wash my body for me. She's still pretty young, after all.
I don't think she would mind, but if that's how you feel about it, I won't force you, sir.
She looks a bit upset. I feel like teasing her a bit when I see that face. Well, let's do it this way then. Why don't you wash my back for me, madam?
Huh?
She's rendered speechless from shock. Yeah, it'd be a hassle for you, right? Don't worry about it, I'll manage on my own. However, Madame Ujaku cuts my joke off midway.
Sir, you're hitting on me, right?
Huh? That wasn't my intent at all.
Well, a woman can't back down when you've gone this far. I accept, sir.
She gives me a bewitching smirk. It appears as though my little joke has backfired. Thanks. The madam chuckles, a deep laugh from the bottom of her throat.
You're still terrible at hitting on the ladies, sir.
Oh, come on, that really wasn't what I had intended. Sometime during our conversation, I realized that the sun's already begun to set.
Whoops, I didn't realize it was this late already. I'll be taking off then.
She stands up and slides open the door. Madam?
What is it?
I hesitate. There's something I was unable to bring myself to say to her when she visited me at the hospital 2 days ago. I'm sorry. Sorry I wasn't able to save Reen. I keep my eyes downcast, unable to look the madam in her face. If only I had been a little faster. Well, no matter how much I pour my heart into them, in the end, my words are nothing but cheap excuses.
Sir.
When I raise my head, she's looking at me with a sad smile on her face.
You don't have to do this to yourself anymore. You came back to us alive. Isn't that enough already?
Madam. It looks like she's suddenly struck by an idea.
Right. I was thinking about paying a visit to her grave tomorrow. Will you accompany me, sir?
Visiting Reen's grave. I was planning on going by myself anyway. This is a good opportunity. Yes, of course I will. After Madame Ujaku leaves, I sit there vacantly, staring at the scenery outside my window. My mind is blank. I kill time by doing nothing at all. Night descends upon the city. I step out from the Yukishiro front entrance. It's time for a stroll.
Let's Done Project.